if you ask me why I don't cry, it's just because I can't show my tears. I never show my tears. No one. I want to show, but I can't. I'm not so sad. So much. Being bullied at school, home, outside of school, or not at home, or a long away from my home. Just to get protection, to be alone, to think about clear ways. Everything changed.
I guess it all started when I was about 5 years old. That's when my parents divorced. I took the divorce very hard, as did my sister. She became very angry, very reclusive. I did too, only I was more depressed and suicidal. I remember at 8 having my first suicide attempts and asking God to not allow me to wake up in the morning. And each morning I woke up, and that is where my belief in God diminished. After that, my father remarried when I was 8, 9 years old. He married a woman, and she was emotionally neglectful because she was not prepared to raise daughters that were not her own. And after a few years of her trying to get us heavily involved in church and whatnot, my father decided that she was not mentally healthy for me or my sister to be around, so he divorced her. My father worked very hard as a single father, it was troubling. He struggled. It was a very bad time for me. I believe that is really what pushed my reality into the threshold of insanity. I do remember the day in which I kind of snapped and I guess my mind kind of cracked. I remember talking and spinning in a circle and laughing. I remember telling a friend that I'm losing my mind. I know I am. I'm losing my mind, and it's okay. It's such a strange thing because I always feel like I'm in this inner war with myself.
I met so many people, so many friends. I don't listen to me how I say about the bad childhoods. I have so many people have some bad childhoods. I know a lot of people with bad childhoods. But being between life and death, it's worse. I am afraid of dying, to die, without knowing why I fight and why I'm still alive.
I was molested as a kid many times. It was my neighbor, Louie, and I was so desperate for my mom's love, and she loved me, of course, but I always wanted to do extra special things for her, and so Louie always had these beautiful, beautiful roses in his garden, and he used to make me do things to him, and he said that I could have a rose afterwards to give to my mom. So I always wanted to give her a rose, and so that seemed normal to me as a kid. It just, the pain and the fear, it just started to become normal, and I almost became immune to it, and after a while it didn't hurt anymore. But I just remember a lot of times where I thought I was going to die. I was just so sure that I know he did. Ever since then, I found out that he did this to other girls and not just me. And when I found that out, I was so scared and relieved at the same time that it would have been so easy for him just to kill me and people wouldn't have found out. He was a sociopath. He he had a daughter that he molested for years, and he molested me for 3 years. And it wasn't just, touching and all that stuff. It was brutal. It was very traumatic, and things were used, such as broom handles and things of that nature.
I'm sad, happy, I'm fucking every single emotion I have, and that's it. I don't know what I should do. Seriously.
We're all going back. Anyone who can. Being together is hard. It makes it more real. But I also need my friends right now. Everyone keeps asking, how are you feeling? What are you feeling? I have no answers. Honestly, what can you say about a 19-year-old who dies? All they want to talk about is how he died too. But who cares? Honestly, all I care about is how he lived. And anyone who has a problem with that should remember that he was my brother. I'm not going home for this. He's going to be there. This isn't real. I'm going to spend my entire life missing him.
The sun is just a fantasy.